Oh, hi! Second part of our threefer. Well, last week was the first time I discussed a song or a video which is not K-pop, and that was Dream Born Again by Newfound Glory, which is one of my favorite bands. And since we've gone into since we've gone into that rabbit hole, then I guess I should I have to talk about my favorite video, my and one of my favorite Newfound Glory songs, and that is "Dress to Kill." Now, "Dress to Kill" is a song which is found in their 2000 self-titled album "Newfound Glory." That Newfound Glory album, included Hit or Miss, which is also one of my favorite songs. But then again, the Newfound Glory album in itself is my favorite Newfound Glory album. It was during the time of the explosion of the pop punk explosion, the second pop punk explosion, with bands like Alistair, Sum 41, which are basically all my favorite bands, and that was like the time I really got into that music, because before that I was more into Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, and even before that I loved Poison, Warrant, Nelson. I actually like Nelson. If you're familiar with that band, Nelson, I love it. Now, just the first album, second album didn't work. But then again, let's go back to Newfound Glory. Now coming into Green Day, loving Green Day. I got into Newfound Glory because it's actually a bit heavier, a lot heavier, since they're a five piece, and they do have a lot of hardcore in it, and it's punk and hardcore with emo lyrics. Perfect combination. And Dress to Kill is one of my favorites. Now, it also adds that it's still my favorite Newfound Glory video. It's not humorous. It's not humorous. It's not like Hit or Miss. It's not like My Friends Over You. It is not humorous. It shows their energy, and it shows their youth. You can see from the guys that they're not covered in tattoos yet. And that they're still a five piece at that time, and it also included one of the 90s and early 2000s ultimate crush, which is Rachel Leigh Cook. By that time, when she did that music video, she already starred in She's All That, which the movie she did with Freddie Prinze Jr., which catapulted her, and also that song "Kiss Me." So and so I was pretty surprised when I saw that video on MTV. I was like, and then, oh, Rachel Leigh Cook. Okay, so that added the flair to it. But basically, Dress to Kill is, I would say, it's a little bit of a sad song in a very fast and punk punk sound, but it talks about the challenges of a relationship, and even moving apart, because it talks about they made they made that song because of the struggles and relationship of being on tour. Now they go on tour, and the people, their loved ones, they're out far away, and they're always out. So some of the notable lyrics there is that they're always dressed to kill, and you're doing it for the world, it's only for yourself, and you're not here, and I can't stop pretending that you'll be forever mine, because sooner or later, sometimes the distance will make you, the distance will drive you apart. Now, I guess this could also be a I'm not saying it's a warning or something, but this can also happen for long distance relationships. And I know it's sad, but then again, it does make you feel. It does make you reflect, right, on things. But then again, there are things you have to do, right? Sometimes you have to be practical, or at least sometimes you have to think for yourself and think for your own well-being. That's why sometimes people have to be apart. And that's my favorite video of them. It's very energetic. Aside from the energy that they have when they're playing the instruments, you can feel, especially for Jordan Pandik's portrayal, is not just the energy. You can actually see and feel the feeling of the song. For the video, basically it's about a guy who's crushing on a girl, which is Rachel Laycock, but she has a boyfriend. But then again, little does he know that actually Rachel Laycock has a crush on him as well. Sometimes there are things that they just don't show you, but it's trying to put itself together, or there's the irony of it. Like, you like her, but you can't do what you like her, but in the end she actually likes you too. That's one thing, and that's like, you can't get any more 2000s than that. Then can't get any more emo than that. But I'm just like thought that's my favorite. That's actually my favorite. By the way, as a fun fact, they did sample part of the song from one of the older, more established bands, Susie and the Banshees, Happy House. They actually sampled some of that. I didn't even know it until like more than 20 years. Yeah, just recently, because I'm not much of a fan of Susie and the Banshees. I've heard some of their songs, but then again, I didn't. It took me a while because I was looking at the video. For me, it's a very visually appealing video. It shows their energy. And actually, my thumbnail video is from there. Is from that video as well. So, it's one of their earlier works, and for me, my favorite music video, because it's not too corny. It's not the humor there's not, it's I mean, I wouldn't say that the humor is old, but this is something that you can really feel. It's very powerful, and that's, I would say, that's classic Newfound Glory. Newfound Glory's energy, Newfound Glory's sound, and Newfound Glory's lyrics. So I'll put the music video in the description. It's old. I'm telling you, it's old. It's 25 years old already. But then again, it's one of my favorite videos, and I'd like to share it with you guys. So check out Dress to Kill, because it's amazing. And of course, for guys who are looking for what is beauty, what do we 90s kids and early 2000 kids find us really cute and beautiful, check out that music video too, because those are the girls we used to crush on.